Okay, so I have one tiny issue. I have two Wiis, one at my main setup and one in the living room. And whenever I want to play games not at my main setup and in the living room, I have to bring them from my cabinet downstairs at my main setup upstairs to the living room. And this gets old, so I'm going to fix this by modding the Wii that is in the living room. Basically, for this mod, all I'm going to be doing is dumping 3 or 4 games onto an SD card and then putting them on the Wii home menu. Before we start, I just want to say, if you actually want to mod your Wii and follow an actual good tutorial, go to the link in the description and watch the tutorial I use, because I am very loosely giving you the info here. So go to this tutorial that I used. It's way better than this would be at a tutorial. But anyway, let's get on with the video. First things first, we are doing the offline exploit, so we gotta find our MAC address. And there we go. Now that we found the MAC address, we just put this in this website and it gives us a custom zip folder we gotta download and extract and put on our SD card. Now once it's on the SD card, we go to our message board to look for this letter. And now that we found it, we're just gonna open it. And now we'll just give it a moment until we see a press 1 prompt on the screen to continue. It'll take a little bit, just give it some time and it'll pop up. And there we go, 1 has shown up on screen, and now we are in HackMe installer. And here we can finally install the Homebrew channel to our Wii. We just continue and install the Homebrew channel. Yes, continue. And now we let the Homebrew channel install. And it was a success. Continue. Now we're also going to install BootMii, so we go to BootMii. Now we're going to install BootMii as iOS. Yes, continue. And we did it. Continue. And now we return to the main menu and we will be going to the Homebrew channel. Exit. And we're in the Homebrew channel. We're going to launch BootMii. So we're going to back up our NAND now, just to prevent bricks and stuff, and just in case. This might take a while. Alright, now that it's done backing up the NAND, we can go back to the Wii menu finally and see the Homebrew channel. Took my SD card out and made a folder on my desktop for a safe space for this NAND backup. And now I can save space on my SD card by deleting these other files that I don't need. Then made some new folders and added more stuff to the SD card. And then went back in the Homebrew channel. Now, there's only really 2 major things that I would need for the mod I'm specifically trying to do for this Wii, and that is Yon, ModMii, and USB Loader GX. But I got a few extra things just because they were part of that tutorial, and they help prevent bricks. And the other one is just the Homebrew browser, just in case I do want to add a few extra things. But we're just going to do preloader and enable a few things. Then we go Yon ModMii and install a few WADs that we had to get. And now I can finally go into USB Loader GX and start dumping the games I want on here. This took the longest part out of all of this setup, was just dumping the games. Like it probably took maybe an hour and a half to dump like the 4 games I wanted. And some took like 20 minutes, which like Wii Sports right here, even though it says Wii Sports Pack Revolution. Now, I did have this happen to me when trying to dump Mario Kart Wii. I don't know why it did this. It seems to install fine. I just don't know why it just decided to like shut off like this. When I got back into USB Loader GX, it just was on the menu like it installed normally. It just decided to crash for some reason, and then it booted back up fine after waiting like 20 seconds. So I don't know what that was about. If anyone in the comments can know, just let me know. Now, after I finally, after about an hour and a half of waiting for all these games to be dumped on here, I'm still not done. I have to get some other tool to be able to convert these into WADs so that they show up on my home screen. I can still play them like this just fine, but they're not quite on the home screen yet. That tool that I need to convert them is called WeGSC. Just selected the SD card after I took it out of my Wii and converted these all into WADs and put them on the SD card. Then I just eject and put it back on the Wii. Now I just install the WADs like I did before with BootMii, and we're good to go. Now we're back on the home menu, and as you can see, our games are here. These are just shortcuts to USB Loader GX, so it'll pretty much just launch USB Loader GX to where they're at. So you'll still see like the USB Loader GX pop up at the beginning, like here I start Wii Sports, and it's just a shortcut to USB Loader GX, so it's loading it from that. So now I don't need my discs to play anymore, and I can keep them at my main setup at all times. And now we're back in the living room setup. As you can see, we have Just Dance in as the disc right now, and we're launching Wii Sports. And as you can see, it works just fine. I might have to test Mario Kart Wii just in case that crash did like mess with the game dump. It got to 100% though, so I hope it didn't. But for now, these few games will be perfectly fine for me, and because this is the family Wii that's in the living room that the family plays, so stuff like Mario Galaxy or any like story games won't really be fit for the living room. I'll just bring those up if somebody wants to play it, but for now, I think this is fine enough. And I have barely even scratched the surface of Wii modding here in this one video. If y'all want to see like a bigger video of me like actually going real deep dive into like Wii modding, Wii U modding, let me know, or like the video. Either one's good. Like I only have like a 16 gig SD card in just because I was only adding like these 4 games, and I could do so much more with a bigger SD card. But that's it for this video. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.